All right. Hi. Hello. It's currently 10 o'clock right now. There's one of you in the chat. How are you doing? Yeah, I know it's a bit of a later stream because normally I start around 9. Uh, yeah, because things were happening and stuff like that. But um, it's fine if I start later tonight because I currently have the house to myself, so I can pretty much keep going for as long as I want to. Kind of. I do have work tomorrow though, but I start a bit later though, so it doesn't really matter too much. Um, so yeah, we're back again with more Disco Elysium, just because probably just because, like, well, I guess I kind of wanted to play it, and also hello Onion. Um, I just wanted to go back to playing it though, because I recall correctly, we left off in the middle of a conversation, though I kind of want to get back to it because, in case I forget what happened. And also because there was a part of me that almost wanted to continue to play Deathloop just because it's a bit more familiar, but at the same time, it's like the last stream was such a goddamn technical nightmare that, like, I think I could put off another Deathloop stream for at least a little bit. Hopefully if I stream that game again, it's not gonna implode like it did before. I'll turn it down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. And, a couple things. Even though there's only, one person in here right now, I guess I'll just let this news be out there. Currently, when it comes to the, newest, like, the video that I'm currently working on for Summer Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, I finally got off my ass after 3 months of just putting it off because I just didn't feel like doing any narration whatsoever. Finally got back into it this week, and so currently we're sitting at nearly 40 pages out of 56 narrated. So we're well on our way. I'd give it about like a week or a little bit more than a week before I am completely done with my narration for that video. And the reason why it just takes so fucking long is because, like, for some reason, when it comes to, like, me trying to read things out loud, I just stumble over my words a lot. I do not know why, because when I speak normally, without, like, just like I am right now, I'm mostly fairly articulate. I just completely just stopped myself. I would just say articulate, but then I messed that up. So maybe I'm not that articulate, but it gives me a lot of trouble, surprisingly, which is pretty bad when one of your pipe dreams is being a voice actor. But we're getting there. We ball. Eventually, I'll start editing it, and it'll be out like on the pace that I'm going at right now. I give it a couple of months. I really hope I get it out because it's been, like, at this point, we're sitting like several weeks from like I think about like 5 weeks from a year since I made the last video, which is terrifying to say the least. I cannot believe it's been a fucking year since I posted the Contracts 1 video. That's crazy to think about. And all this time I've been working on the sequel video. But anyway, enough of that though. We'll start getting back into Disco Elysium here. I've been having a lot of ideas brewing though for like a video that videos I make after that though, and the thing is though, I get kind of excited when I think about those, so I kind of want to get this Contracts 2 video like done as quickly as possible so I can try to get to those and hopefully make something out of it. So we're going to continue this conversation with this woman here because that's where we left off. I don't think we finished.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
There was like something that I was going to like mention, like a really poignant question. I think it was under this one.
What would you like to know?
Yeah, go for the kill.
Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Let's see, what are my options here? I'm going to go for blunt and something blunt to say yes, exactly.
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator.
Oh. You don't look like you'll think so best in single combat.
Then what does that say? Does it say Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A. 33A, this old proletarian haunt here. As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
Okay, I have a 75%, 72% chance. Knowing my luck, I'm going to fail this check, but at least I have a bit of magnesium to help me in case I get a little bit of an emotional boo-boo. Yes! 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 We're getting somewhere. This woman sounds like my old biology teacher, and I don't like it. Yes. Yes, we finally get a good roll. 72%. So, what do I say? Let me see. So, let's read what she says. So, what does it say? Does it say docking reserved for resident? Hello, Julian. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint Ghislain. I guess I don't know. Funny, I don't see any other eels' heels around.
You mean eels' hips? But point taken. I am a bourgeois woman, and this is my fast, light, interminably bourgeois boat.
Cool. I got her to like yeah, well, let's see what else she says.
Oh my, the E word.
Detective.
Then what? 33A. This
Oh, that's
old
it.
Yes.
That's it.
Anyway.
What else is what are the other options here?
The E word. You mean to say?
Detective.
Then what does that 33A?
Oh, it's all the
yes.
same. Okay.
Anyway. Good.
About
More
reality.
lessons in basic reality. My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What times are these?
Are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. A thousandth of a second too late.
Hey, are we gonna be racist or communist tonight? Well, are you asking, do I want to be, like, cancelled, or just have a bit of a fringe opinion? I really do wonder, though, like, how would that go down, though, if I went, like, a full-on fucking, like, racist brute run? Because right now I'm just kind of playing, like, I'm just picking what feels sensible to me. So I'm not doing, like, any kind of real, like, role-playing yet. But I really wonder if I just, like, this a really, like, a dumb racist brute. We won't get canceled for playing a fascist run. The game makes fun of fascism, yeah. Too late for what?
For the big time.
What's the big
The
time?
revolution.
What is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Who got shot in the head?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
So it's actually hilarious. Punctuated by some actual awkward moments where the racism doesn't get played for laughs, but rather straight to highlight how woeful it is. You generally make people, who won't say who, hate your guts. How woeful it is. Yeah, that just sounds like satire then. Sort of. Won't say who. I do distinctly remember, like, seeing, like, everyone, like, yeah, I remember seeing, like, just, like, a comic of, like, just someone making, like, kind of like this Elysium comic, though, where, like, Harry becomes a fascist, and, like, Kevin's like, are you out of your fucking mind? I need to, like, find that and share it in the Discord, because it's such a good, such a good fucking comic. We stand our bespeculated king.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
She likes the totality of it.
Did the totally got shot in the head. Actually, no, that's a bit... Wait. Wait, did I... Oh, sorry, I just completely breezed over that fucking word. Bespectacled. Bespectacled, what the fuck? Oh my god. English is my first fucking language. I just got like a fucking brain fart by reading that word. Bespectacled. There we go. It's just not a word. It's just not a word you see very often. So you just bring aliens of Mr. Nagent now. Vindicated. Yeah, true. Finally, we're fucking even. That seems a bit. The comment that seems a bit not right. So, did the communists and anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Truly a kerfuffle.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it.
I had a deluge too in my head.
Yes, an acute thiamine deficiency can be exacerbated by alcoholism. Exacerbated means made worse.
Anyone else who gets shot in the head on the opposing side?
Lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I don't care about kings. Tell me about one more
About
thing.
head shooting.
Who got the mineral rights? Whatever that is.
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, and by liberals you mean...
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
How did the liberals win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
Liberals, and especially the ultras, are just capitalists and libertarians.
We. She's one of them. Of course.
If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you just said the liberals already took everything.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Where are the coalition?
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-le-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Moralist?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head.
World building, yeah. Gee. Watch me absorb absolutely none of these. I'm not deliberately tuning it out though, it's just a lot of fucking information. Like, I don't remember reading any, like, politics stuff in school. I don't remember any of that shit.
At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
Enlightened centrist. Well, I wouldn't say that. I don't think I'm moralist, ma'am.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work.
Rooty tooty, pointy shooty.
Rudy tooty, pointy shooty.
That's the way of history.
Moralists are literally just centrist and reasonable people, mutually exclusive. I wouldn't say I'm centrist. Anyways, when was this kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end, nearly the whole world got involved.
Who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government.
What did this Zarath do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
Really? What?
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
It was a funny time in history. They discovered transistors and rock music, but they didn't know anything about prions. Nobody did.
Wait, that's topical, sort of, maybe.
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end. Why?
And next.
You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
What is the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia. The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
What happened in the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Wait, so you're saying it's been like this for 43 years?
Time flies.
What have we all been doing this time? What have you been doing all that time? Yeah, I can't read.
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to '19 was simply hell.
Pull the purple. Yeah. And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
All that untaxed income must have fueled the new. That can only mean one thing.
That's when they discovered disco.
Yes, and quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. So, here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
Oh, cool. Actually, yeah, there we go. We actually got one of the tasks done. Oh, we actually found all the white checks. That's pretty cool. Alright, cool. I won't remember any of this, but hey. I figured if I don't want to appear purple. Okay. That's cool.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
What side was Wild Pines Group on?
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here, and others are not.
I got lucky.
Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom.
You would have sided with the king?
I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. Perhaps it's better I was born when I was. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial. So I suppose I would have been in good company.
What would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
I asked you, who are you in all this?
And I asked you, past less detective of the citizens' militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
I don't know what I would have done differently. Or... Well, I guess I would have sought a medical solution, maybe.
So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, a complex folding protein, unlife, with a technology 50 years ago?
With some hygiene, modest social care, and perhaps a little research program.
Good hygiene. Really. A very moderate solution to an extreme problem. It's those sort of half measures that doomed the authorities in Grad. When they failed to step up, Marzov and his party stepped in. In this particular case, maybe a more robust state response might have been appropriate.
Opinions expressed here do not reflect the official position of the RCM.
And what is your official position, Lieutenant?
My position, ma'am? My parents got ripped to shreds in the revolution. I would have gone the same way. I was saved by being 2 years old. That's my position. The abattoir.
Understandable.
That's enough about the
They
times.
are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
I want to know what you are. What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants.
What?
I am an ultra.
Oh.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
Oh my god, look at this fucking response. Dios mío, a liberal. I don't want to, like, be too... Let's just play a bit dumb again.
An ultra-liberal.
Yeah.
It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind.
Wait. Ultra liberal. Could that be like a... Is that... Actually, I'm not going to try to, like... Yeah, I figured. I'm not going to try to, like, use my very limited and narrow knowledge of politics. I mean, like... Okay. ANCAPs and libertarians. Okay, I was about to ask if they were neoliberals, and I think that's basically, like, pretty close to what you just said, so... Yeah. Yeah, let's continue to play dumb here, though, because this is a little too aggressive, and this is a little too, sidey with her, so what's so vile about that? Because you're saying it.
Haven't you heard? I am a nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. One of those who pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution.
Well.
I can see you thought I'd gone extinct. No sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a centrist at heart. A real moralist. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
Not 100% sure what to say to this. I don't care.
A fitting punishment, to be forgotten, if not forgiven. Save a prayer for us in our chateaus on Ozon and in Stella Maris.
That's the most moralist answer ever, lol. It's weird because like I'm afraid to like try to pick a too strong a position while I'm streaming, in case that reflects poorly on me as a person. In case I like say like I don't really know what's going on. I'm gonna pick this answer, not I look like a fucking asshole.
When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinaise a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinaise, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
You have daughters?
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother. And a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
What is this? Spread your hands.
Bird? A Svenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Am I really that awkward? I have no idea what the hell I'm even trying to say here.
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
Man, what is this place here?
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
Where does the...
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
We lived in them.
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat.
From a dilapidated balcony, Sydney the Skull gives Joyce the evil eye, her red paintbrush held to her throat.
You could be wrong, but from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her throat in a soaring motion.
Wonderful.
What is that?
The girl in the old lady rags.
Yes.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture?
Yes. You and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Disco term for subculture, lol. She's punk. That's really cool, actually. Like, I always like it. I really like it when fictional worlds kind of come up with feasible synonyms for existing worlds, though. They just call it something different to sort of fit in with the different world that they have. Though it actually kind of reminds me of something, I guess something small to share. Something that I once did, though, with like this stupid world that I was building for years and then completely dropped, though, when I realized it was shit. But I remember like so I don't know if you ever heard of a bullpup rifle, but bullpups are basic, or just bullpups in general. It's not just rifles, but basically the magazine is behind the trigger. The fire mechanism is, yeah, I think the magazine feeds from behind the trigger. And in the world that I was making, I kind of thought like, well, if this nature's gonna make bullpups, so like because the etymology for the word bullpup is kind of like weird. You know, yeah. And so I decided to call them like rear feds instead, though, which is kind of like a more simple term that isn't like, you know, so like weird, I guess. Kind of reminds me of that. So for the phase word in infraculture, which I'm just going to vernacular. Okay, now that's doing the same thing, but to a child.
Young people who dye their hair funny colors and wear old people's clothes are stupid, and their little rebellion is self-defeating.
Okay. Tell me how you really feel.
All right. What next?
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
I think I may be part of an infraculture.
And what would that be?
Cop.
She lets out an unrestrained laugh, the crow's feet stretching onto her cheeks.
My reality-impaired colleague is not so far off.
Reality impaired. Hobo cop, yeah.
Many of the RCM's fashions, even weapon preferences, borrow heavily from classic Vespertine cop shows. My precinct alone has 3 officers who go by the name Ace. But please, do continue this reality exploration. I was just remarking.
Yes, let's.
That's kind of it. I mean, I guess I'll just see. I'll try the white checks. I don't think I'm gonna pass them, but
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
right. And then 3% don't think I'm gonna do it, but
A strange
Nope.
coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all. It's on the tip of your tongue, a doubt of sorts already in your head. But it's not fully formed yet. You have to wait and return to this later, once the jamais vu thought is complete.
Glad
for
to
now.
have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samaro to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And he wants to investigate.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city, Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about.
Oh.
One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Oh, hello.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did, on more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
What proof do you have that the Union is involved?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
Holy shit. Jesus Christ.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
There's like 2 drivers. One guy who's chill and the one who's a racist fucker. We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching. I can't remember which one that was, though.
The two might even be connected.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Okay, I made my mind up about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
We will take this case, probe the drivers, and see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Okay, now I guess now that all this is done, let's try to see what happens if I ask her for money. I've been like sitting on this 'cause I wasn't sure because it's kind of embarrassing, but...
Is what you want to say,
Wait.
but it isn't that easy, is it?
Oh. Well, why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes. Red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Ashamed?
Yes. You're too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Odin.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Holy shit, 58%? I mean, it's only a white check, so I'm gonna do it though, but that's a bit higher than I expected. Yeah.
Voila.
Holy shit!
Doing it.
Oh boy! We're getting paid tonight! Holy shit! 58%! Everything's coming up, yes! You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Why, yes, I am rich. How much money do you need? Hopefully not too much. I couldn't bring all of it with me.
Let's go for something reasonable. 130. Yeah, that's exactly how much Gart needs from me. Okay, let's just see what happens if I go for like 10,000.
Come now, nobody carries that much cash on their person. Particularly in a place like Martinez. I'd get robbed. And even if I did, I still would not give you 10,000 real. I would rather buy something nice with it, like expensive hi-fi or a new hydrodynamic E40 sail.
Her tone makes clear that you violated some kind of rich person taboo. Wouldn't be the first time.
Hi-fi? I like high fidelity disco music too.
I like high fidelity anything, sir. Now, try again, but lower.
You can buy those things in game. Wow. I need, yeah, 130 real.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
She removes a few notes and hands them
Holy
to you.
shit!
The
I
paper
cannot
is
believe
cold
that
to the
worked.
touch.
That feels amazing. I won the coin flip. 58%. I can't get over that. It's so good. That is a highlight of this stream tonight. Holy shit.
There must be about 200 real in that zip bag. Maybe a little less. Plus some change at the bottom.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
I am an honorable policeman, one of the few good men in Revachol.
You're right, man, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they are properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
Thank you. That's all for now. I'm gonna save. I just. Oh, that's auto-saving anyways, but yeah. I cannot fucking believe that worked. That's insane. So what are we looking at right now? So the jam mystery, interrogate the drivers about the smuggling. Okay, we're still quite a few hours off from that. So I have 3 skill points. I still have no idea what I want to do with these. Again, I don't want help with that though, but I have like I do not know. Buy whatever I want. Because I almost want to dump my points into endurance though, just so I can get that fucking body down. But apparently that's like, it makes you a fascist. I'm being a little bit utilitarian though, because endurance kind of feels like the one thing that I would absolutely need to do, only if I let it. Does she have anything new to say?
Although again, officers.
No. Finally though, some fucking progress. And I wonder though, should I like, is it wise to pay off Gart though? I don't even know if I want to know the answer to that.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Oh, this is just like the mailbox. Poor little viewer. You want to sleep at the Whirling Rag Inn. Oh, I'm a hobo cop though.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Vandalism.
Probably some kids.
A simple but clever solution to ruin in a coin-operated viewer. It took ingenuity.
Look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Kuno.
That's Kuno on the lens.
Focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the Star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian Church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice. This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's a tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in '49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
What happened?
They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Can't we do something about it?
We should have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
I don't really feel like spending money on that. I saw some is that cans or something? Kim? Oh. Does Kim have anything new to say?
Yes?
No. Is it? Oh, 8 bottles. Cool. Let me just see if I can, like, sell these bottles at the Fritz store, maybe. Hello, prick. Oh, there's money. Oh, I don't. Did I miss this before, or what? Also, I want to see if I can actually, like, if you don't mind, I want to see if I can just, also I want to turn up the voiceover volume. I want to see if I can just, the way to, like, keep the highlights on permanently, because I don't really like having to, like, constantly hold a button to do it. Whatever. Oh, what is approaches them. Do I want that or not? So, see how that looks. Wait, oh, that's not what I meant to do. It's not much better. Oh, whatever.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Arms are heavy. Vomit on my suit already. This is not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already know that.
I don't remember seeing some of these.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
What do these products do?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is...
It's all literal speed. Oh man. Also, I want to say, like, the voice acting for this clerk is, like, so good, because you just sound, like, it's the perfect amount of not giving a shit. Like, clearly the voice actress had to, like, obviously try to do that. She's not, like, it's not a cold read, but, like, it's just the perfect amount of not giving a shit. Great.
I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Every VA in this game is pitch perfect. Although, about that though, I remember actually hearing, and I did like go ahead and check it because I was curious. Apparently, Kuno's voice actor used to be different. Because right now we're obviously hearing like what his voice is now, but before his voice sounded like quite a bit different, and whoever the fuck voiced him before just sounded like, that did not sound like remotely like a child. That sounded like someone trying to be one. And he sounded like he was on fucking meth the whole time. Can you be a little more specific?
No, sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
Nosafed heals +1 health. Duramine heals +3 health. Magnesium heals +1 morale. Hypnogamma heals +3 morale.
He is supposed to be high all the time. Jesus. What a weird kid. I'm gonna take one of these just in case, I guess. I mean, I have money to spare. Yeah.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Do you have any ammonia?
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
Well, are you gonna fucking give it to me?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
That would make me look like an ass if I tried this. And this is a red check, so I ain't even trying that. I don't want to waste, like, I might, like, spend one of these things. I don't want to waste them, so. What is that?
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
Leave. Not even gonna try that.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh, cool. There it is.
Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Nice.
Money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Wonderful. This is the stream where we get fucking paid. That's wonderful. The moolah, the dosh, the bags. Yes. Payday! There was like, they said there was like a third truck driver though, but... Oh, could it have been that weird lady who didn't talk to me? This one here? Maybe... you gonna say anything different?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Where do I have to go? Oh, see ya, onion. Let's see. Snap your fingers in front of her face.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
You right, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
What's about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Where else would you be then?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro.
Her yeah, very Latina. Yeah, her accent is so thick. It's like, yeah, it's almost hard to like understand it.
Until you came along, that is.
Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
So it's a Giga Chad then. Okay.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
So I take it you were in Moscow when you were young?
Someone was.
Someone? Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not?
What? This is going over my head. What the fuck?
They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
All of what? The world. The present.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Oh dear. Okay. Right, I have some other questions for you. Please, questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
Accurate against a motor lorry, minor mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds? Really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Wait, shit, can you guys... Oh, fuck, hold on a second. Okay, that's just my laptop that went out. Hold on, give me a second. My PC is fine. My laptop, my laptop's Wi-Fi just suddenly cut out. What? Oh, shit. Yeah, I can't see your guys' chat messages right now. Just give me a second. Okay, everything seems okay now. That was just my laptop, thank God, not my PC. Yeah, that's strange. Okay.
Bad hand. Hermenegildos's bad hand strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
Are you pumping Wi-Fi through your laptop to your PC? No? I don't know what you mean by that. That's not what's happening. My PC is completely fine. I'm just using... Okay. That's not really what I was getting at.
Then what were you getting at?
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Yeah, I don't have a second monitor. I really wish I did, but I don't exactly have the desk space for it. Although, I have been considering trying to find like buying some old 4x3 monitor off of Kijiji for like $20 or something like that. But I haven't really bothered with it. But yeah, I really wish I had room for one though. I think that'd be really cool. But anyway, What is it you're hauling exactly?
Your ma, low man. What of it?
My mom. Okay. Let's put it another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
How can you not know you're hauling your own lorry?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grad, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grad, Lowman?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
I didn't ask what diamonds did. I don't care about that.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
Okay, that was like the first truck driver we talked to like a few streams ago.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Yeah, her accent is good. It's like Bizarro Spanish. Let's see what the racist fucking lorry driver has to say. Talking to him again after I told him to fuck off, though, is a bit, like, weird, though. And I don't want him to say more sussy shit. But, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
Looking for something, Rod? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Also, like, I find it kind of funny. That, I guess the pale driver didn't have a name either, though. But I find out he just doesn't have a name either. He's just called the racist lorry driver. No name, he's just a fucking racist. You're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They are shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag on his cigarette. What the fuck? Smartest racist. Anyway, you smell of booze and cigarettes. What's different about narcotics?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
I don't do drugs because I'm racist, bro. What? Hold on, but they make alcohol in Ilmara too. I was told they do.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
Oh my god, this guy is like so tiring to fucking talk to. I hate this guy. Anyway, I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez.
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
Again with this fucking guy.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
What are you hanging around here for? Most other camionneurs have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it.
We were having a good debate about genetics at the Whirling in Rags. Are you fucking kidding me? You look like your gene pool is a fucking puddle. You look like a thumb, buddy. Kipped is a slur too. Great. How shallow is your fucking gene pool? Jesus Christ.
Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
If you all were at the Whirling, how do you know it was Kips who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that it's the kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man.
Ugh. Anyway, if it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Who's that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Where do I find him?
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess I need to pay Sealang a visit then.
Guess so.
Done for now. Jesus Christ. This fucking guy, though. Welcome to Revachol. Does she have any more ammonia? I don't know if she's...
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago.
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
The street sign says fuck the police.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
What about the other sign? Pigs go home? Who are these pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well,
So it's this guy.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Wait, then why are you still hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking.
Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Don't try to rhyme. Don't try to be a poet. Okay.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Oh, hello. 72%.
Your best verse. You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
I didn't know you were talking about that. I thought you were just like doing for like something else. I don't even know. I didn't know what you were talking about.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
I'm locked in now? Suffer. I don't know, man, because you gave me that advice like before the prompt appeared, and then you also before that told me like always do white check. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that white check, especially since it's 72%. Oh, well, you win some, you lose some. I mean, at least I got the check though to get 130. It's too cringe. That makes it great though. No, Tommy, these are my rhymes. Listen, she fucked me till I bled. Oh.
That's,
I gave myself depression.
In the name of God, what are you doing?
It's not real, guys. It's not my actual thoughts. It's a poem.
yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but...
I can't leave it. Damn it. Yeah, I really am locked in. I will never be the same again. She's always there. Fuck the case. Fuck everything. Total doom.
Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
He's not lying. He liked the end.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that?
Autosave. I'm gonna buy some more magnesium in case I get hit with the big sad again. I don't wanna die.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better.
Let's just see what else they have to say, because I mean, I know that the pale driver said that this guy was probably smuggling it, though, but I just don't think I hit it right.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. Ah, man. But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the
Do you
inquiry,
find out
man?
those other addictions with drug trafficking?
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or...
We have a credible...
Not me, man. No way. Look, man, I try to...
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, that's it then. So no other leads. That kind of got me nowhere. Aside from the racist lorry driver telling me about some other guy down south. Oh yeah, so I haven't seen this guy before. Oh, what's this? Oh, sweet. I got another healing item. I guess I'm gonna explore this area while I'm here. Shack. What the hell is this? A machine, an antique cash register. Damn. I haven't even been here yet. Bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. Dark, a film projector is holding away.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
I want to talk to the shopkeep first. Let's see what he says.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Damn, that's a neat portrait. I need to, like, one day, I want to, like, collect just a bunch of these, like, just, like, get a full reference sheet, and then try to study these, maybe, just because, like, I think this art style is really cool, and I want to do that. It's just that, like, I obviously haven't searched up doing that yet, because I don't want to run into any spoilers, just in case. So, yeah.
What can I do for you?
Sorry if I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe. Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything. The
That's all I got.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by the officers of the citizens' militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh my god, is that where my gun went? Well, we have a lead on it now, but I don't know who the fuck bought it. Oh wow.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh god.
Good thing I bought that magnesium, otherwise it'd drop dead right now. Good thing Maybe I should stock up more on that in case I get another morale hit.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Wait, I sold you my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. But I was just happy to get rid of it. And of her.
Could that be?
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
At least I know about how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Is this a new prompt?
Sure thing.
Oh, no.
Sure, man.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Okay, see ya. See ya, Julian. Alright, so... Friends are calling me for Gardic. Okay, you have fun then.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Alright, so for those of you probably watching the VOD, I suspect that the chat is going to be very quiet now, so if I don't talk as much, you know why. But I'm going to try to keep adding some commentary for just a bit longer then. Let my gaze run over the streetlight.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Well, I don't need to buy it. Nothing else I need to know. Where'd you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
Okay, Kim.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Nothing I need to know about the light. I don't think I should buy that. I don't know why I'd buy it.
The boxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on the tips of your toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Wait, let's see what's in this cabinet now.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest, big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
These are something cavalry, right?
Mm-hmm. I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Wait, this looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing Patank.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Like the figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it.
Maybe.
83%.
Why?
Oh,
What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say Phann.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
I have no idea what I need that for, so I'm not gonna buy it. Alright, well, have a lead on the gun at least. Keep looking, maybe someone else knows something. So we know that it's like some kind of a woman or a girl who calls herself a pig. This. Military with more eccentric factions thrown in. Okay. Dumpster. Fingerless gloves. Sweet. Here. Me.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Hold the lever up.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way.
Huh.
Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Okay. So to get to the coast, you use a panel to close the water lock. It's been blocked, pending repairs, which means it should be done by Wednesday morning. This will open up a new area in Martinez. Okay. Oh, wait. Some random guy there.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
First things first, what are you doing here, man on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
Man on the waterlock picks the skin off a slice of salami and takes a sizable bite. Damn, I am kind of hungry for that now. Do you know what caused this wreckage? Point at the smashed billboard in the canal.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
What's with the lever that does nothing?
It's supposed to operate the waterlock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Disabled because of the blockage.
Why is it disabled?
Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the waterlock with debris still in the channel. It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes?
Do I ever?
Great! Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the waterlock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15.
The coast part of the map is inaccessible until the 3rd day.
You know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Have some of that salami.
Sure thing.
It is salty. It is savory. It is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Ooh.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Right, bye. Oh, what a nice guy. I like that guy. That guy's nice. Helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Well, that's the guy that guy was talking about. Try the shades on.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right, I'm too sensible for those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Rummage through the box.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Try again, maybe you can find some interesting sunglasses in the box. Ooh, 58% check again. Yes, we love to see it. That's 2 in this stream. 58%. I don't know who I'm hyping to right now because no one else is watching right now, but this is for the people who are watching the VODs. Thank you for watching. We got another 58% check. Yes. So, Eva Waterloo Shades at Sub-Insulindic Rendezvous.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Wow, officer! You look so cool! And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Okay, shades of self-destruction. At least I get to know the stats beforehand. Could that be useful? I mean, just because they were locked behind like a 58% check, it almost seems worth it just to take it, just because they were hard to get. That could be useful. So Why not?
A man who knows his style. Much respect.
Take those, I guess, just because they seem difficult to get, so.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
That seems to have a lot of interesting stuff.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Makes sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought? We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
Oh my god, no. Oh shit. This guy's clearly an immigrant. That's not a good thing to say. You got to save mother economy.
That's the spirit. We've all got to do our part. Your part is to open the box and buy some clothes.
I'll see the
You
box.
find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand, buy secondhand. Keep the economy moving.
Alright. Watch me feel this one.
Something cold grazes your hand.
Yes!
Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof.
Oh man.
Sport.
Two
all
for
in different typefaces.
2 for 2 with this guy. That's really awesome.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
1 composure, -1 shivers. Would that help me at all? Let me see. Right, just composure. So at high levels, so is it, oh, it's all crack at least. Composure wants you to not crack, or at least it wants you to not crack in front of other people. It enables you to put up a strong front. It keeps your emotions hidden from the world and helps you to read the body language of others, to sense the cracks in their own composure. As well, it keeps you looking good while you do it. You'll rock that disco outfit a lot more if you don't slouch. At high levels, oh Jesus Christ, composure makes you tuck your gut in and maintain a stern expression. Even lying in bed late night when no one else can see you, you'll have to keep it up. You'll never be able to stop. With a low composure, though, you'll always be the first to crack. Every cop's got a point, and that fear and rage comes spilling out, and the ones who unleash it don't stay in the force much longer. Perhaps worse still, you won't even make the ranks of fashion police. I don't know if I need that. We'll keep that in mind, I guess. We'll set that aside, but it's good that it's available. Let's see what's next to him.
You see 2 lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of Phann, durable wear sneakers, ultra series.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Inspect the sneakers.
A pair of Phann Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest Phann sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness. Phann Ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine?
Reaction speed, hand-eye coordination of a -1 encyclopedia. That's a lot. I'm not buying that, but again, that's good that the option is there.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable Phann ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
What about the speakers, though? Doesn't anyone want those speakers?
These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Samaran trash? That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Can I just buy the sad Conquer Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
But that's why I want them. I think it might be lo-fi socialist junk myself. That sounds like a Twitter bio.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first.
Nah. Reception. I'm from Inland Empire. What's that again? So, Inland Empire is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into that which sight can't see. What's really going? What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world fate? At high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimate. You'll have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change the course of the investigation if you're not thrown to the loony bin first. With low Inland Empire, however, you'll be void of imagination and character. And then how will you shape the cosmos? That could be a thing. See what he himself has to say.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout a brewing.
Whip him out!
Don't shoot, officer! Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
Shakedown.
Good one, officer! You're a funny guy! Now what can I do for you?
Just kidding. I'm really here to shake you down for some answers to official police questions.
Then fire away, officer!
Woo! What's that? Finger pistols, 9mm. You're promised to. Oh yeah, I got like 3 of these things here. I think I got that last time. I don't think I read it. Rivishal, Special Administrative Region, Lakayu, the Insular Indian Ocean. Name after name, none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something's wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. Come on, the Apricot Company. You're promised a gun, and that much is certain. This is why you became a cop. Yet here you are, loitering around with the idle hands like some sorry-ass loser from the street. Suddenly, you're supposed to be solving cases by what? Like, talking to people? How are they going to believe that you can protect them? And then, some savages without a firearm. This ain't right. You need to think around this problem. You need to snap your fingers at people as you do. I mean, that's not a very, Oh, that's not gonna fuck me over, is it? Hold on a second. We just in case, because forget is it gonna completely yeet it from my thing, is it? Oh, it will be lost forever. Okay, never mind. I'm a little afraid to do that then.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
I'm going to give you some money. Well, I got the one from the rich lady. If I don't get this one, then that's fine. Like, I'm happy enough I got it from the rich lady.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
Damn it. You, I want your money now.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
I don't know. It was just the only thing I could come up with in my head to ask you, because I need to get money somehow.
Ah, yes. Money is very important.
Well, you win some, you lose some. At least I got 130 though from the rich lady. I still can't believe that worked.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good job.
Sorry, detective.
Alright, okay. No, so, where are you from, Silang?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
You're from the Apricot Suzerain... I can't, whatever.
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say you're from Seaguy.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
You're welcome. I do try to be supportive of other people's culture, other people's and cultures.
That's so cool, officer. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur by buying some pens and glasses? Me?
This man probably comes from Seaguy, the lieutenant. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago...
Very cool.
I
admire your awareness.
I don't know why I'm talking about.
Histories.
What kind of, let's see. Isn't this shit all because of Revachol?
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics.
Not much different then.
I'm an entrepreneur, you know.
I guess if it was something different, it would have rewinded back.
It's good for me.
So Silang, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Okay. For the record, I'm not saying that the racist lorry driver is right. I'm just saying that it is still, like, a lead or whatever. Whether or not he's actually telling the truth or he's just being a racist prick because this guy ain't from here. I actually don't like drugs.
That's very cool. I don't like drugs either. I only said I do because I didn't want to sound lame. Peer pressure.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating narcotics crimes like that? But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you forgot to tell me.
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
It wasn't a drug crowd. You know who they are. Tell me now.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Dazed out, strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
He's not ruling her out.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
Routed out the lady driver. Okay, let's try that again.
Start
Yes!
with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
We're getting paid! Yes! I had to try it twice though, but I managed to do it. Had to try it twice. Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay.
Change his
Goodbye,
mind.
officer.
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on.
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
Invest into me not telling your employer about your operation here.
Ha! That! You drive a hard bargain, officer. I respect that. Okay. What's it going to cost me? Be reasonable.
10 real.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
Yes!
Corruption.
Do it now. Alright. Okay, it's been about 2 hours. I think that's probably a good place to leave it. The chat's dead right now, so there's not really no one to really interact with right here. Kind of it might be just a bit dead though, so I feel like this might be a good time to call it anyways. It's midnight right now as well. I kind of know I said that there's a chance I probably would have streamed for longer, though I didn't expect people to leave, so yeah, we're doing good. We managed to get a decent amount of money this time. I cannot believe it. Getting some leads on whatever this is. So, cool. Okay. Alright, well, there's no one else here, but, if you're someone who's just watching the VOD, thanks for, watching this. And, well, I'll catch you in the next stream. Take care.